Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Throwing is Willis. He'll step up and run this. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
22 yards. And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Willis. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Throwing, Willis. That's to the rookie out of TCU, Jack Bech. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it
Willis to throw. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable.
In trouble, and down he goes. Harold Landry. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up third and goal. Throwing here on third, over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Patriots has it. Inside the 40. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, New England. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The PAT, up and good. And the Pats have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return is Dylan Loudby. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Let's see if they can bounce back from the early mistake. That fumble a moment ago returned for a touchdown. The offense gets it back, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Willis now to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. Had the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Willis, again, working deep downfield. That is a great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for Vegas. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now, Genty. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Willis. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he will get into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really, everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Ties the game at 7.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Marcus Jones now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. That one going to land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop into the end zone. It's a touchdown. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Quarter two begins. It is Raider football. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Anthony Jennings working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
3rd and 15.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
On the return is Jones. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. So the Patriots, 4-13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback they hope in Drake May. And all of a sudden you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does. And listen, there's no question. In the NFL,
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The veteran, Landon Roberts, taking him down for the first sack of his new campaign.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On 3rd and long, here's May. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. And he's going to lose yardage here. Take him down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
He'll step up and run.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Malik Willis. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
May to throw on 2nd down. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
As I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They may not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
Well, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all this stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing, Willis. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
And instead, well, we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch rate.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organization.
Absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On second down, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up third down and 6.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. 17 yards on that play. First down, New England.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Patriots first down.
May gonna look to throw. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That one complete to Hollins. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down and goal to go.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now This defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. To throw now. Ned. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. For Diggs, that's his first touchdown as a New England Patriot. Rodriguez now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Patriots will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams, always not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college, and he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
The backfield's empty here for 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Willis now to throw. He's got his man, Max Fulton. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Vegas.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
To throw, here's Willis. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Run right up the gut for Genty. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Willis. He's got his man. That's Best. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. And 8 yards.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient.
And he's into the end zone. Genty, touchdown Vegas. For Genty, 56 total TDs in 3 years at Boise State. And that touchdown there, the first of his NFL career.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Patriots 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, what you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field, a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Henderson. And he's going to have the Pats first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. That's a gain of 18.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. That's complete on the tight end screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing now is May. He'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanketed everywhere he looked. To bring up a fourth down.
A 27-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's Christian Barmore working his way in for the sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
This one finds Lockett down the left side. They'd be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 of the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Willis now to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Christian Barmore starting the season with a bang. His 2nd sack in the season opener. Now, faking the give, and they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Anthony Jennings. He works his way in to record the 2nd sack of his young career.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
The throw is made. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's May. That's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Willis. Rolling to the left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right, he manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jack Best, touchdown Raiders. And that's That's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. That's into the hands of Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And the Patriots, 1st down.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They come to the line for this one. 3rd down, needing 3. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy. I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, got to be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 1st down will essentially end the game. And that'll be a pickup of 3. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Genty. New England going to take their 2nd timeout. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Willis. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Woo. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drives to the start from beyond the 20. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard.
Throwing is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Here's 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Has caught right side by Henry. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10.
Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
And now they'll spike it with 36 seconds to go. May to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 6.
The spike comes as we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Off the play fake, here's May. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Throwing on 3rd down is May. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and we just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field. Maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! And he's dragged down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown. After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Darius Davis to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Chargers get their offense set for their second drive. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They've got a man in motion. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the 4th-year pro from Liberty, Malik Willis.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, the defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. That QB speed is a difference maker.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up in the 38. Going to the ground again on first. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by Deion Henley. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Willis. That one's incomplete over the middle. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
3rd and long for him here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. Running with Vidal out of the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden. Complete. And he's nearly going to get the first down, Brock. It looks like this one makes it up to about the 21-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Idell trying this up the gut. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
He's taken down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They stay on the ground with Idell. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
And the Chargers.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Jump off caught by his back. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Herbert back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the lines.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week.
2nd and
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Getting the fullback involved here. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert from the gun. This is cut downfield by Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make their way to the end zone. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers take the lead on that successful kick.
Raiders 6.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over.
Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Raiders offense. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Benjamin St. Juste getting up to end that play.
Brings up 2nd and
Play
7.
fake now, Willis to throw.
28-yard line.
He's going to tuck it and run. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have an early lead. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at first down here. Working from the gun, it's Willis. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Flush down out to his left.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Up the middle. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Raiders get to it! And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defense.